Hello there, my friends, and welcome to this 5 Days of Gratitude series. I am so grateful, gratitude series, that you have decided to join me for this series. I just really believe that it is so important in this season, and really any time of the year, for us to carve out time to be intentional about spending time with the Lord and also about just slowing down and taking a moment to really appreciate what we have, the people in our lives, and just everything that we've been blessed with. So that's what I hope this series will be for you. Of course, I'm looking forward to sharing these different styles of yoga practices with you, but really I hope that no matter how much of the practice you're able to do or how much of the series you're able to stick with, that some part of this would just help you find incredible peace and joy in this season. So let's go ahead and get started with day one. Our practice for today is just going to be a pretty standard vinyasa flow. We'll be moving, but it's not going to be anything strenuous. I really just want this to be an opportunity for you to kind of connect with your body, start getting your mind into this new space of gratitude, and just really taking a moment to be mindful about thanking the Lord for what you have. So if you are not already in a seated position, go ahead and join me here. This is where we're going to be starting our practice from today. The verse that we are focusing on for this practice is Psalm 118, verse 24. I love this verse. It holds a really special place in my heart because this is my grandma's favorite verse, and I can just remember her saying this all the time. It says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." And the reason that I wanted to start this series off with this verse is because I really do believe that gratitude is a daily decision, that every morning when we wake up, we have the opportunity to choose joy, to choose gratitude, to choose peace. And so that's what I hope that you'll begin doing through this series, and that hopefully it will carry into your life in other ways as well. So again, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. From your seated position, go ahead and just let your palms rest up on your knees. Let your eyes close. Give your mind and your body a moment to just settle down and prepare for this practice today. Start to connect with your breath, feeling deep inhales and exhales moving throughout your chest and your abdomen, even up into your back. And all together, let's go ahead and take 3 deep breaths. Inhaling as we sit up a little bit taller, filling the lungs and the chest with air. And then exhale as you slowly release all that air through the mouth. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. On your next inhale, go ahead and let your eyes open as your arms reach up overhead, breathing tall. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Inhale again to reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Again, inhale, reach. This time, interlacing the fingers and bringing them to the base of the neck, pressing the elbows away from each other as we sit up nice and tall, gently taking the gaze up towards the sky. As we exhale, we'll bring the chin to the chest, elbows come together, rounding through the spine. Inhale as you sit up again, press those elbows back, let the gaze come up. Exhale, elbows come together and we round. One more time, we inhale, sit up. Exhale, round. And go ahead and let the hands release down towards the knees. Just taking a moment here, feeling that stretch through the neck and the back. Inhale as you go ahead and sit up nice and tall. And we're going to start with some neck rolls, moving towards the right, just gently rolling through the head. Opening up into the neck. Continue focusing on the breath here. Go ahead and switch directions when you're ready. Take one more big circle. And then go ahead and let that head come back to center, sitting up nice and tall, engaging the core. Let's inhale, reach up overhead again. Exhale as the right hand comes down towards the mat, reaching out through the side body. Option to stay up on the palm or to lower to the forearm as we reach out long into that left side. Continue breathing deeply here. Really rooting down through that left hip so that you feel that stretch into the low back, all the way along the side and out through the fingertips. On your next inhale, go ahead and slowly rise back up to center. Both hands reach overhead. Exhale, switching sides, either staying on the palm or taking it to the forearm. Keep breathing here. Now take an inhale to reach longer through the fingertips, and then exhale as you slowly sweep the fingertips along the floor in front of you, taking that stretch over to the opposite side, inhaling as you reach up, exhale as you sweep. Just moving side to side with the breath. Focus on keeping those sit bones planted into the earth so you can really reach out long through either side. We'll take one more time each way. Pausing when we come back over to the left. Inhaling to rise up to center. Exhale, let the fingertips come down towards the floor in front of you and walk those fingertips out. Just gently folding forward, maybe letting the forehead come down towards the floor. If you'd like, you can either stay here in this seated forward fold, or we can carry that over to child's pose. So letting the toes come together, knees wide, sit those hips back on the heels and walk the fingertips out away from you, letting the forehead come down towards the floor. Now, wherever you're at, I want you to just go ahead and take a few deep breaths right there. Feel the low back opening up. Feel the hips opening. Just allowing your body to relax. And take a moment to just consider one thing that you're grateful for. Really focusing in on one thing. Just taking a moment to just breathe that in and to thank God for blessing you in that way. Now, whenever you're ready, we're going to slowly make our way to tabletop. Coming from wherever you're at, we're going to go ahead and slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Pressing the tops of the feet down into the floor, finding that connection with the ground. As we press down, we're going to lift the belly button up towards the spine to engage the core. Now from here, we're going to move through cat-cow. Inhaling as we drop the belly, flatten the collarbone and gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, reversing that. The chin comes to the chest and we round through the spine. Inhale, arch, drop the belly. Make sure you're staying lifted through the arms. Exhale, chin to chest and round. One more time, we inhale, reach the chest forward. Exhale, round. And slowly go ahead and make your way back to a nice neutral position, engaging the belly, knitting the ribs together. From here, we're going to inhale as we reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, tuck that right arm under the left, letting the chest come down towards the mat, maybe resting the forehead on the floor, breathing into the space between the shoulder blades. Go ahead and slowly make your way back to center. Inhaling as you reach those fingertips up again. Then exhale as the hand comes down towards the mat. Take a moment to recenter your weight. And we'll switch sides, inhaling the left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, tuck that left arm under the right. Forehead comes down and we breathe. Press down through the right palm as we reach up with the left fingertips again. Exhale, the hand comes down to the mat. We're going to spread those fingertips nice and wide. Tuck the toes and exhale as we lift the hips up and back, settling into downward facing dog. Being gentle with your body. I'm feeling quite tight this morning, so I'm going to choose to just kind of gently walk out through the feet, bending one knee and then the other. You're welcome to just move in this posture however feels comfortable for you. Just using it as an opportunity to check in with your body and see how you're feeling today. And then whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and pause, working to press those heels down towards the mat, maybe bending the knees slightly if you need to. Make sure that you're pressing into the mat with the fingertips, bringing strength to the arms. Hold for one more deep breath here. Inhale as you gaze towards the fingertips. Exhale to slowly start walking those feet up towards the top of your mat, bending the knees gently as you fold forward over the thighs. Take a nice big inhale right here. Exhale, release your air as you slowly roll up through the spine. Making your way up towards mountain, we're going to inhale, fingertips come up overhead, reach towards the sky. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Inhale, reach up, interlacing the fingers and growing a little bit taller as we exhale over towards the right, pressing our left foot down into the floor, again stretching through the side body, finding length. Inhale, come back to center, reach up tall. Exhale over towards the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bend the arms, gaze towards the ceiling as you arch through the back. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Pausing here in your forward fold. On an inhale, we're going to take a halfway lift, straightening through the legs if they're bent, flattening the back, keeping the gaze down towards the floor. And then exhale as you hinge at the hips, fold forward. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, slowly opening into the hamstrings. One more time, we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, and this time we'll bend the knees, plant the hands on the floor, and step your way back to a high plank. Option from here to hold in the high plank. You can lower to the knees, or from either position, we'll lower down through chaturanga, bending in the elbows. Inhale, reach the chest up to upward facing dog. Exhale, hips come up and back. We find our way to down dog. Pausing here for 3 breaths. On our next inhale, we gaze towards the fingertips. Step the feet to the top of the mat, pausing in that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up to mountain. Reach tall, draw those ribs in, press down through the floor. Exhale, hands through heart center. We're going to move through that sun salutation sequence 3 more times. And as we do so, I just want you to focus on being grateful for your body, not worrying about what your body can't do or criticizing it at all, but just being grateful for everything that you can do. Even if you just stand here and breathe, that is a gift. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, straight back to that plank. Plant those hands, step back. Option to hold or to flow as we lower. Inhale, find upward facing. Exhale, hips come up and back to down dog. Big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, gaze towards the fingertips. Step your feet there. Exhale into the forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to mountain. Reach tall, draw the belly in. Hands come down through heart center on the exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold forward. As we move through this, be mindful about trying to follow each cue. Inhale, halfway lift. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Engage the belly. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back to plank. Focus on your alignment here. Hold the core in as maybe we lower to a low plank chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift up and back to down dog. A nice deep breath here. Inhale, gaze towards the fingertips, moving your way there, exhaling through the forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up to mountain. Reach tall, draw the core in. Exhale, hands through heart center. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. Use your breath to carry you through this. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, find that plank. Hold or flow through low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back to down dog. And we're going to go ahead and hold here for 3 breaths. Take nice deep breaths here, helping to reset. On an inhale, let's go ahead and let that left heel start to float up towards the sky. Bend at the knee and open through the hips, like you're stacking the hips on top of one another, but keep the weight even into both hands. So we're not rotating through the shoulders, just through the mid-body and into the hips. From here, we'll exhale as we return to center, reaching out through that back leg. Take a nice big inhale, reach longer. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach up and back, last time. And exhale as you plant the left foot between the hands, finding your balance here, pressing down through both feet. Fingertips can remain on the floor. And when you're ready, we'll inhale, rise up to Crescent Lunge. Engage that belly. Feel that same feeling that you felt when we came up from our forward fold to mountain. You're rising up. Draw the belly in, shoulders away from the ear, pressing into the mat, finding that strong connection here. From here, you have the choice to either hold Or to exhale as you bring the hands to heart center. We're going to take a twist, bringing the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Engage the belly. Press the palms together, open through the shoulders. Don't worry if this isn't available for you right now. It's just an option, something to work for. Inhale as you slowly return back to center. Altogether, we reach up tall. Exhale, hands come down towards the mat. And we're going to bend the back knee, dropping the knee down towards the floor. Toe can stay tucked or untucked as we inhale to reach up overhead. Use the breath here to help open into the hips. A lot of us hold a ton of tightness in our hips, and this is an amazing posture to help just release some of that. So really focus on the breath here. Exhaling as you let the weight drop just a little bit further forward, feeling that back hip hopefully starting to open up. One more breath. We'll inhale, hands up overhead if they're not already there. Exhale, hands come down towards the mat. We're going to straighten through that front leg, slowly shifting the hips backward, flexing through the front foot if you would like, and just hinging at the hips. So we're isolating that hamstring stretch into just one leg. Really use your breath here. Exhaling to drop the chest a little bit closer to the thigh. On an inhale, we'll bend that front knee, slowly walking the fingers up towards the foot. Wanting the hands to be planted onto the floor on either side of the front foot. Go ahead and tuck the back toe, lift the hips up and hold here. Press out through that back heel so that you're straightening the back leg. And we have the option to add a twist, pressing down through the right palm. Inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the sky. Breathe deeply here. Option to drop that top arm behind the side of the back to open a little bit more. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and return back to center. Press down through both palms and release that left foot back to meet the right. Pausing in plank, and then maybe choosing to flow through your low plank. Upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back to down dog. Press those heels down, lift the hips up. Come back to your breath. Take notice of how your body is feeling now compared to when we first came into down dog. See where you're starting to find openness and where you're still holding some tightness. Again, coming back to that intention of just being grateful for what our bodies are able to do today, for choosing gratitude every day, even when we might not be where we want to be. On an inhale, go ahead and let that right heel come up towards the sky this time. Bend the knee, opening through the hip. Really working to stack those hips on top of each other, stretching into the front of the right side of the body. Gently go ahead and return the hips to center, straightening out through the leg. Inhale as you reach long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time we inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, plant the right foot between the hands. Taking a moment to find your balance here, connecting with the mat. And then we inhale, rise up. Think about those cues. Press those shoulders away from the ears. Draw the belly in. Sink down into the mat. Holding here in your crescent lunge. Feel that strength in the legs. If you'd like to add the twist, we'll exhale as the hands come through heart center. Press the palms together. Rotating through the torso, we bring the left elbow to the right knee. Press the palms together and open through the chest. Slowly return to center. We'll reach up tall. Exhale as the hands come down towards the mat. Bend the back knee, dropping it down towards the floor. Toe stays tucked or untucked. Inhale, reach up tall. Settling into that stretch in the hips. Use your breath here. What you're doing is so good for your body. All of this movement and breathing, this slowing down, it just really is amazing for your body and your brain and your emotions. So thank you for being here. I hope that you are enjoying this practice so far. Give me one more breath right here. Then on an inhale, we'll bring those fingers up overhead. Exhale, hands come down towards the mat. We straighten through the front leg, shifting the weight backwards, maybe flexing the front foot, finding that hamstring stretch on the right side. Use each exhale to bring your chest a little bit closer to the thigh. When you're ready, we'll slowly start to walk those fingertips forward, bending in that knee. Tuck the back toe, press up. We're going to add the twist if you would like, planting the left hand, inhaling as we reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Maybe bringing that hand around the back, opening up a little bit more. Go ahead and gently release that hand back down towards the floor. Press the weight into both palms. Release the right foot back, coming to plank. Option to hold or to flow through low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale as the hips come up and back. Taking one last time in downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring that left heel up towards the sky. Exhale, the knee comes towards the nose as we find our way into pigeon. So planting that left shin down on the floor. The left heel should be near the right wrist. Left knee is near the left wrist. Tuck those hips down towards the mat. Inhale to sit up nice and tall, finding that stretch in the hips. And then when you're ready, you can exhale, maybe coming down towards the forearms. This is a great place to use a block if you would like. You can either rest the forearms on the block. You can turn the block to rest the forehead on the block. Or if you'd like, you can just go ahead and bring the forehead down towards the mat. Breathing here. And as you hold here, I want you to focus in on one thing that you are proud of yourself for from this practice specifically. Maybe it was staying present, maybe it was a new posture or doing a posture that you've done before, but doing it better, finding more depth. Just take a moment to be proud of something that you did during this practice. When you're ready, go ahead and slowly rise back up to the palms. We're going to tuck the back toe, lift up through the hips, release that foot back, finding your way to downward facing dog for just a moment. And then we'll inhale, the right heel comes up this time. Exhale, find pigeon on the opposite side. Working to bring that shin down towards the floor, squaring the hips down towards the mat. Sit up nice and tall. And fold forward, finding whatever depth works for you. Cue into your breath and just hold here. Take one more breath here. Inhale to let the chest slowly come up. And this time we're going to shift our weight towards the right side, letting that back leg come around from behind. Planting both feet flat on the floor, sitting up nice and tall. And then we're going to just gently roll down through the spine. From here, we'll bring the bottoms of the feet together, letting the knees drop out towards either side. Palms can either rest down on the belly, or we can let the palms face up, hands resting on the floor. Use your exhales to help your body just relax into this posture. Feeling your weight grow heavy into the floor. Feel your inhales and your exhales slowing down. If there are any final stretches that you would like to take, feel free to do so now. Otherwise, we'll just hold here in this reclined bound angle for another moment. Again, you can either choose to stay as we are now, or you can bring the knees together and find your final relaxation, stretching those heels out away from you, letting the body just lay flat on the floor. And then once you've found that final posture, just go ahead and let the eyes close. Give yourself a few more moments here. And I'm going to go ahead and close us in prayer. Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for the fact that we woke up, we have another day ahead of us, and that we get to incorporate this yoga practice into it. Thank you for the opportunity to slow down and to connect with our bodies and with you. I pray that this series and this concept of gratitude would tether us to you during this season, God. That when we begin to feel overwhelmed or stressed or like we're lacking in any way, God, that you would remind us that with you we have everything that we need. And that is something worth being grateful for. So Lord, I pray that every person who is participating in this series would draw closer to you through it, that they would be able to carry your joy and peace to the people around them, and that they would just truly embrace this time for all that it is. Lord, thank you for the practice of yoga and for the ways that it allows us to take care of our bodies and our minds, and also to connect with you. We look forward to what you have in store for us over the next 4 days. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you again tomorrow.